It feels good to be back. It's been almost 2 months since I've last posted, but hello everyone. Today will be another book review. But before that, for those who are wondering why my background looks different, I'm just a college student after all. I've come back home for my summer vacation, and this is just me using my setup at home. So, what are we doing today? Like I said earlier, we are doing a book review. And today we will not be reviewing a Jeffrey Archer book. Today we'll be going more into action, more into adventure, thrillers, rather than mysteries. So today I've bought a book from the Oregon Files. For those who are wondering what the Oregon Files are, the Oregon Files is a long-running action adventure thriller series which is written by Clive Cussler, who is arguably one of the most talented and one of the most respected adventure action thriller writers out there. And like the name suggests, the Oregon Files, they center around a ship called the Oregon, which from the outside may look like a rust bucket, but from the inside, it is a heavily armed, technologically advanced covert operations vessel. So today, from the Oregon Files, I have brought you the book Typhoon Fury. Now, this is the UK edition I have with me. Some other Oregon Files books which you want are these given below. So and yeah, so Typhoon Fury. What is Typhoon Fury? The main protagonist of the story is a person called Juan Cabrillo, who is a former CIA representative and a very skilled strategist when it comes to commanding the ship Oregon and its diverse crew. Together, Juan and his crew, they undertake dangerous missions involving terrorism, involving theft, involving political conspiracies, involving treasure hunts, involving cyber warfare, etc. and etc. So, what's the mission he is off to now? He is off to a mission which involves stolen paintings, which are very expensive, but that mission quickly escalates into a dangerous race. A race against what? Race against a time when a Filipino government uncovers a World War II era experimental drug called Typhoon. The Typhoon is a drug which was used during World War II to create super soldiers by the Japanese. And this is how the plot expands into a very high stakes conflict involving mercenaries, involving underwater drones, involving political instability, and also an approaching megastorm. You can relate the book if if you're into movies rather than books. The closest I would say is like a Mission Impossible, which is like a grand spectacle of whatever is to come, and they show everything in a grand way. The book is very fast paced, and yeah, that is what you should expect from any Clive Cussler book in general, and in the case of the Oregon Files, and especially Typhoon Fury. So one of the novel's biggest strengths is the pacing. As I said earlier, the chapters are short, they are action heavy, and the locations constantly shift, which gives the book a feel of a Hollywood blockbuster like Mission Impossible or Avengers, for that example. Avengers goes more into fiction, but yeah, you know what I mean. The action sequences, they involve trains, ships, and storm ravaged waters, and they are very, very exciting and vivid. The book is very easy to imagine. If you're a reader, if you're a very serious, and if reading is your hobby, what every reader does is they imagine the book in their head. They imagine what the story is in their head. That is the beauty about reading books. And it is very easy to imagine what is happening because it is so clear, it is so fast paced, you won't get bored about it. And even if you search for critical analysis, other critics of this book, they will raise it about it never slowing down. And yeah, military technology is also a very exciting topic in general for everyone. Other than Clive Cussler, this is also written by Boyd Morrison, and Boyd Morrison works particularly well because he adds the sharper modern techno thriller elements while he maintains an adventurous spirit, which is associated with Clive Cussler's novels in general. The ship Oregon itself becomes a character here because it's a very well disguised warship which is loaded with all types of secret gadgets and weaponry. And when you read the story, you will find out, and it'll be very exciting to know how capable the ship actually is. So, whoever are fans of detailed technology about ships and water warfare in general they are also going to be excited and they would like this book. And also those who are fans of tactics and action and adventure in general, they for them this book is almost perfect. The historical angle which they bring by introducing the drug Typhoon and its history with the World War II and Japanese, and what Japan used to do in its infamous Unit 731 experiments, that adds into the fictional narrative, and that also adds depth, and it gives a slightly darker tone to this thriller, which other Oregon Files books did not have. But every coin has two sides, right? We have to be nitpicky about this. Every novel will have some imperfection in its writing style and everything. This novel is no exception. Character development in this book will take a seat back. Some characters like Juan Cabrillo and his crew, they are very likable, they are very competent, they are going to be very beautifully explained to you. But there are some characters which will not have layers to them, their history will not be that clear, and you will just have to go with the flow. And also, I felt after reading the book that the villains were a little exaggerated, and the plot also it occasionally uh, changed without any proper meaning. But even by adventure thriller standards, it could have been a bit better. So overall, Typhoon Fury succeeds as an escapist, entertaining thriller, but it is less about realism and or emotional complexity for that matter, and it is more about the momentum, the big spectacle, and all the inventive dangers that are around. The readers who enjoy authors like Tom Clancy or James Rollins or even other Clive Cussler fans, they will enjoy this book, of course. But and if you are an action adventure thriller, so if you're an action adventure thriller fan, this book is right there for you. So I would give this book a 4 star out of 5. Really think that it could have been a little better. Character development, as I said earlier, could have been a little better. And yeah, that is what I think about this book, and I hope it is helpful to you. And I hope I've not spoiled the story at all for you. I've just told an overall objective what the team is trying to create. So I'll try to be a little more regular with my videos. As I said earlier, I had some important work, and also settling back home, and just everyone knows the unpacking and stuff. It's takes a little time, you know. So this is the end of this video. I'll be back soon, and thank you for watching.